You know what? I actually sympathize with Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, because addiction is real, and most of us know somebody or have a family member that has dealt with some type of addiction, whether it was alcohol or some other form of rug. I'm gonna say that word. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And me being a father, I understand a father's love for their child, and so I'm not upset with Joe Biden for pardoning his son. I think anybody would do that. What I am upset about is the fact that Joe Biden has been so tough on the American people's children, family members who have dealt with addiction, whose lives have spun out of control, who might have committed some form of crime, made some mistake. I mean, he was being very harsh in his rhetoric in the United States Senate, talking about basically driving them into prisons no matter what the circumstances were before they actually became that way. Now, his son, Hunter Biden, grew up in an affluent family. His dad was United States Senator, been a politician for almost 40 something years. I believe his mom is a doctor of education or something like that. So he came from a decent family. He didn't come from the circumstances that many poor blacks and Latinos or even poor whites have come from. So what's his excuse? And why does he deserve to not have to face the consequences, but everybody else's children, uncles, brothers have to face very harsh consequences? Why should he be totally alleviated of all responsibility for the crimes that he committed? Especially since he didn't grow up in those circumstances that you, Joe Biden, have so often talked about in your speeches on the United States Senate floor that may have created these issues that caused crime and poverty in American communities. And in a way, this feels really calming because we watched you be so harsh over the years in the 90s and the 2000s, talking about crime and criminals in America. And then to have to deal with and answer questions about your son's criminal behavior and his addictions. And we've seen a much different Joe Biden when it came to your son, when it came to Hunter, because you referred to him as a good kid, the best man, one of the best men you've ever met. And you said that he's working through his problems. He's overcoming. And I respect that. You're supposed to feel like that as a father, but at the same time, you still should have had sympathy, some, for other people and their children and their circumstances. You said in the Senate that it doesn't matter in so many words, and I'm kind of paraphrasing what the circumstances were that created these so-called people who lack consciousness and that are predators. It doesn't matter. Keep that same energy, Joe Biden.